Next note point. Next note 6, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here, suppose we are given number of plates. Okay. So here we are given 4 plates. Suppose all are identical plates and all are kept with equal spacing between any two adjacent plates. These are 4 conducting plates. All are identical. That means area of each plate remains A. That means same. The separation between any two adjacent plates are equal. D. Separation between adjacent plates is D. Area of each plate is A. Like that. In this way, 4 plates are kept here. In this way, 4 plates are kept. Now, here the extreme plates are joined. Here, the alternate plates, here this one and this one, both are joined together by means of conducting wire. Here, these two are joined together by means of conducting wire. Here, this is the conducting wire. Conducting wire. So, by means of conducting wire, these 2 plates are joined. Now, what is the effective capacitance between this plate and this plate? They asked. What is the effective capacitance between this plate and this plate? This is the case. Suppose if you see directly here, how many capacitors are there here? Here these 4 plates acts as how many capacitors, and how those capacitors are connected, we cannot say directly. That's why we have to redraw the diagram. So first of all, before going to redraw the diagram, as we have to find the effective capacitance between P and Q, first you connect that these 2 plates, these 2 points means these 2 plates. You connect these 2 plates to the cell so that one plate acquires positive potential or positive charge, another plate acquires the negative potential, so that this plate acquires negative charge. And ఈ plates ని తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయి you feel that these 2 plates are the plates of a capacitor, 2 plates of a capacitor. You connect across the cell so that this plate is connected to positive terminal of the cell, this plate is connected to negative terminal of the cell. Okay, now as this plate is connected to positive terminal of the cell, then this plate totally acquires positive charge on both sides. As this plate is connected to negative terminal, this negative terminal of the cell, this plate acquires negative charge on both sides. That is important point. Now you give the numbering to these plates. It is the first plate, it is the second plate, it is the third plate, and it is the fourth plate. Now you see, as this plate, here this surface, the surface of this plate towards A, that is positive. As it is having positive charge, it induces the negative charge in the opposite face of the plate. ఈ ప్లేట్ లో నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ చేస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అయినప్పుడు ఎట్ ఫార్ సర్ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సేమ్ ప్లేట్ positive charge is induced. You write like this. Okay, next, as it is positive charge, here negative charge is induced on the nearer surface. On the farther surface, positive charge is induced like this. Okay, now already all charges are there. Now you redraw the diagram. First, if the any problem is given like this, between these 2 points across which potential effective capacitance to be determined, you connect them to the battery. That means one terminal you write positive charge, positive potential, another is negative potential. The plate which is connected to the positive terminal of the cell, that must be having positive charge on both surfaces of the plate. ఇది నెగిటివ్ ప్లేట్, నెగిటివ్ పొటెన్షియల్ కనెక్ట్ చేసాం కాబట్టి, అంటే నెగిటివ్ టెర్మినల్ కనెక్ట్ చేసాం కాబట్టి, దిస్ ప్లేట్ acquires the negative charge on both sides. Now due to induction, charges induced on the other plates you note like this. Then you redraw the diagram. Numbering also you have to give like this. Okay, now when you redraw the diagram, you see between P and Q we have to find the effective capacitance between P and Q. So you note down P and Q. Here P plate is connected to P terminal is connected, P point is connected to second plate. That's why P and second both are same. P and second both are same. And Q is connected to fourth plate. That's why Q and 4 both are same. Q and 4 both are same. Okay, now you see here this first plate and second plate, and moreover 1 and 3 are joined, first plate and third plate are joined together by means of a conducting wire. No, that's why these two plates can be connected. These two plates are joined together at the same point 1 and 3. 1 and 3 wire తో జాయిన్ చేశారు కాబట్టి 1 and 3 ఒకే పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఉన్నట్టుగా తీసుకోండి. సో హియర్ దీస్ ఆర్ 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Okay, now all numbers are there and these junctions are, these points are also there here. Now you note the draw the capacitors. You see these two plates acts as capacitor or not? In order to act the two plates as the capacitor plates, the inner surfaces must be having opposite charges. Okay, that is the fundamental principle. Here you see in these two plates, the two surfaces which are facing each other, in which one is having positive charge, another is having negative charge. That's why these two plates acts as one capacitor. Okay, here first plate and second plate together acts as one capacitor. First plate is here, second plate is here. These two acts as one capacitor. That's why you draw one capacitor. Here first plate is connected to first junction here. That's why 1. Second plate is connected to P. That's why here second and P are connected here. No, that's why this is second plate. You represent like this. So these two are noted. Next, you see second and third. Are these second and third acts as one capacitor or not? Are second and third acts as one capacitor or not? First plate is having negative charge, second plate is having positive charge. Okay, now second and third acts as one more capacitor or not?
Sir.
Yes, because
Yes,
it
sir.
is these two plates in which inner surface are having unlike charges. That's why these two acts as one more capacitor. Second is here and third is here. That's why here only you draw. Second and third, these two acts as one more capacitor. So here it is the second plate, it is the third plate, because second is to the point P, third is to the junction or point here. Okay, now this second plate is having positive charge. Here third plate is having negative charge in this. These two are over. Now these two plates acts as capacitor or not? Third and fourth. Third and fourth plates acts as capacitor or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Third plate means you see here third junction is here. No, so third plate you take here. This is the third plate. And third and fourth plate. Fourth plate means here. That's why you draw another plate here and join to fourth junction. That's why this becomes fourth plate. Okay, third and fourth plates acts as one more capacitor. Here third plate is having positive potential charge and fourth plate is having negative charge, like this. Now in between P and Q, how these plates are connected? All plates are noted here. Now how they are connected? Two capacitors are in parallel, and such combination one capacitor is connected in series. Okay, what is the effective of this? What is the effective of these two capacitors? All are identical. Distance between
2C.
any two capacitors is same. 2C. Distance between any two capacitor plates is same. Area is same. That's why
2C,
capacitance
sir.
of this capacitance of this is C. This is C. This is also C. That's why this effective becomes a 2C. This is C only. This is a C1. This is a C2. So C1, C2. You replace this with only one single capacitor having capacitance 2C. Then in between P and Q, this 2C and C are in series. So what is the effective capacitance means?
By 3.
CPQ.
Okay, by
Effective
3.
capacitance CPQ is equal to, we can write C1, C2 by C1 plus C2 or 1 by CPQ is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 we can write. That is equal to 1 by 2C plus 1 by C. That is equal to 3 by 2C, no? 3 by 2C. 1 by CPQ is equal to. Therefore, CPQ is equal to 2C by 3. But C is not given. Area of plate is given. Distance between the two plates is given. In between any two plates, no medium is there. That's why every capacitor is having capacitance epsilon naught A by D only. That's why this is equal to 2 by 3 into epsilon naught A by D. This is the effective capacitance between P and Q when plates are connected like this. Sometimes here dielectric may be given here. Here dielectric means non-insulating medium is kept between them, these two plates. That means between 1 and 2 only. That means here only we have to take the dielectric medium. For remaining we should not take. In such case, if dielectric medium is taken, then it becomes Kc. Kc and C both are in parallel. So effective C plus Kc. In such a way we have to take. Of course, here dielectric medium is not there. Okay, note down this or you take snapshot. Next, seventh one, another one, I will discuss one more example. Here again, 4 plates are there. 4 identical plates. Here 4 identical plates are there. Here the extreme plates are joined together by means of a conducting wire. Here this is the conducting wire. This is the conducting wire. So this is first plate, second plate, third plate, and it is a fourth plate. Now between middle plates here and here, what is the effective capacitance? That is the question they asked. As the effective capacitance is to be determined between these two plates. Okay, now you connect these two plates to the cell so that one plate acquires the positive charge, another plate acquires the negative charge. As it is connected to the positive plate, positive terminal of the cell, then this total both surface of this plate acquires the positive charge, and this plate acquires the negative charge on both sides. Now, because of induction property, whatever the charge is induced, as it is the positive charge here, then negative charge is induced here on the nearer surface. On the farther surface, positive charge is induced. As it is the negative charge, positive charge is induced here, and negative charge is induced on the other farther surface. In this way, you have to note the charges. Now we have to find the effective capacitance between P and Q now. You note here, this is P, this is Q. Between P and Q, we have to find the effective capacitance. This P and Q, P is connected to the second plate. That's why second plate can be imagined here only. And Q is connected to third plate. So third plate can be imagined here only. Next, first and fourth plates are joined together by means of a conducting wire. That's why first and fourth plates can be imagined at this point. First and fourth plates. That's all. Now, are these first and second plates acts as one capacitor or not? Are these first and second plates acts as one capacitor or not?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So in between 1 and 2 means here 1 and 2. Okay, in between these two, you draw one capacitor. As
Between
first,
3 and 4.
first terminal, first junction is here. First plate, this plate becomes first plate, and this plate becomes second plate. Okay, on the first plate, the charge. Of course, you need not draw the charges. That is enough. If they ask the charge, then we have to represent the charges also. This is first and second plate we have noted. Next, what about second and third? These are also acts one more capacitor. No, second is here, third is here. So these also acts as one more capacitor. Second plate means here this plate connected to the second junction. That's why this is the second plate. Third plate means here we have to connect it. So you take this is the third plate and you connect it to this point. I think you followed. Okay, second and third we have noted. Next, third and fourth acts as one more capacitor because it is minus and it is plus. Third and fourth. Third is here, fourth is here. That's why in between these two you take like this. It is third and it is fourth. Okay, because fourth plate is connected to this fourth point, third plate is connected to third point. Now all plates are noted. Now what is the effective capacitance? The resultant of all are identical. No, that's why the resultant of these two capacitors which are in series here, that is C by 2.
C by 2.
C by 2. Okay.
C by 2.
Yeah, C by 2. So this effective is say C is equal to C by 2. This is say C2 is equal to C. This C1 and C2, the effective of this and this both are connected between P and Q. That's why effective capacitance is equal to C1 plus C2. No, that is equal to C by 2 plus C. So
3C by 2.
3C by 2. Okay, but we are not given the capacitance between any two successive plates is C. In such a way, it is not given. Area of the plate is A, say distance between two plates is D. This is given. That's why in terms of A and D only you write. So that is equal to 3 by 2. C means epsilon naught A by D. It is the capacitance between P and Q. In this way, we have to write. No doubt. Okay. Have you noted this one? Suppose next problem, next node point, suppose 8. I will treat this as 8. Here, a dielectric medium is kept between these plates, having dielectric constant K, like this. Then what is the effective capacitance they asked?
Between
Four
3 and
plates
4,
are
KC.
four plates are like this, and here dielectric medium is kept, having dielectric constant K. In this case, you see, in between third and fourth plate only dielectric medium is there. Third and fourth plates means this one, no? Third and
Yes,
fourth
sir.
plates means here. Here only dielectric medium is there, having dielectric constant K. Third and fourth. Okay. Now, here you see, this capacitance now becomes C1 is equal to C
KC.
plus KC. C plus KC. That is equal to K plus 1 into C. K plus 1 into C.
Sir,
So
series,
what?
sir.
Sorry.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Okay. These are series. So what is the effective? C into KC by C plus KC. That means K by
Sir, K
C
by
by
K plus 1 into C.
KC by K plus 1, no?
Yes, sir. KC by K plus 1.
Yeah. So as these two are in series, then this capacitance is C itself, this capacitance is KC. These two are in series. So effective means this into this by this plus this. That means KC into C by KC into C by KC into C by KC plus C. That is equal to KC by K plus 1. You will get. Okay. Now what is the effective capacitance? Now you replace this with a single capacitor having capacitance this one, and this one is already there. In between these 2 points, this effective and this both are in parallel. What is the effective capacitance? Means C1 plus C2. This type is also important one. So this is equal to C1 means KC by K plus 1 plus C2 means C. So you take C common, then 2K plus 1 by K plus 1. This is the effective capacitance between P and Q. In this way we can do. Okay, no doubt. Next, again 4 plates, identical plates are there. The distance between adjacent plates remains the same, D. Area of each plate is A. Now the extreme plates are joined together at a point P, say, and the inner plates are joined together at a point, say, Q. Then what is the effective capacitance in this case? Now you connect the here, you give the numbering to the plates 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, you connect the between which points we had to find the effective capacitance. You connect those 2 points to the cell. Suppose this junction acquires the positive potential, this junction acquires the negative potential, say. Then the junction, the positive junction to which positive potential is given, then the plates which are connected to this junction both acquires the same positive charge as it is given positive potential. So you see, this first plate is connected to this junction which is given positive potential. That's why this plate acquires same positive charge on both sides. This also acquires positive charge on both sides because it is also connected to this. These 2 plates acquires the negative charge on both sides. That's why minus. That's all. Okay. Now all the plates are given charges. Now you redraw the diagram. Between P and Q, we had to find the effective capacitance. P and Q. Of course, this P and first plate, fourth plate, all joined at a place. That's why 1 and 4 also we had to take here only. Next here, Q and 2, 3 plates are joined at the same place. Because these 2, 3 plates are joined to the point Q. That's why Q, 2, 3 all are at the same point. Now 1 and 2 acts as one capacitor or not? 1 and 2 acts as one capacitor or
Yes,
not?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. That's why between 1 and 2 means here no. So between 1 and 2, you take one capacitor. Here, this is the first plate. This is the second plate. Next. What about second and third?
No, sir.
Second and third, you see the surfaces which are faced each other are not having unlike charges, like charges. That's why these two are not at all acts as the capacitor. Leave them. Next. Third and fourth.
Yes, sir.
Third here,
Access.
fourth here. These two acts as one more capacitor, no, because unlike charges are there on the inner surfaces. So third and fourth acts as one more capacitor. Here, third plate is here, fourth plate is here. Okay. Now this combination of four plates which are connected between 2 points P and Q acts as the combination of two capacitors connected in parallel. So what is the effective capacitance between P and Q?
2C, sir.
Effective capacitance between P and Q.
2C.
Two capacitors in series. So C1 is equal to C. C2 is equal to C. So sir, parallel. So
2C.
C1 plus C2, that is equal to 2C. That is equal to 2 into epsilon naught A by D, no? 2 into epsilon naught A by D. This is the effective capacitance. That is the effective capacitance. No doubt. Okay. Next one. Multiple capacitor. Next, multiple capacitor. Suppose there are n number of plates are there. All n number of plates are joined. All n number of plates are arranged side by side like this. N number of plates are there. The distance between any two adjacent plates is d only. Area of each plate is a only. In this way, n plates. In this way, n plates are there. This is nth plate. Say, this is nth plate. Okay, it is first plate, second, third, fourth, and so on. This is nth plate. The alternate plates are joined together. The alternate plates are joined together. Suppose this is the point P, it is Q. Okay, alternate plates are joined together. You see, this plate is connected to this. This alternate plates means third plate. Okay, next fifth plate, 4, 5, 6 like this. So 4, fifth is connected to this, sixth is left next like this. In this way, alternate plates are joined together. Next to this, second plate is connected here, fourth plate, sixth plate, eighth plate, and so on. These are connected like this. Then what is the effective capacitance between P and Q? They asked. Suppose this junction is connected to positive terminal of the cell. This is connected to negative terminal of the cell. Then it acquires positive potential. That acquires negative potential. Now, as this plate is connected to positive terminal, then definitely this on both sides of this plate it acquires the positive charge. Similarly, third plate also acquires positive charge on both sides. This also acquires positive charge. This also acquires positive charge. Like this, these acquires positive charges like this. As these plates are connected to negative terminal, this acquires negative charge, and this is negative, 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 negative like this, negative, negative like this. What is the effective capacitance between P and Q? We have to note down. So here, redraw the diagram. Okay, you redraw the diagram. Between P and Q. You see, 1 and 2 acts as one capacitor, no? Because positive and negative, inner surface are having positive and negative, means unlike. That's why these two acts as one capacitor. Here, 1, 3, R number plates are connected to P. So 1, 3, 5, and so on. Okay, even number plates are connected to this one, second, fourth, like this, second, fourth, sixth, and so on, connected. Now 1, 2 are connected. 1, 2 acts as one capacitor. 1 is here, 2 is here. These two acts as one capacitor. First plate, second plate. Next, second and third acts as one more capacitor. Second is here, third is here. These two acts as one more capacitor. Second is here, third is here. These two acts as one more capacitor. These two are over. Next, third and fourth. Third is here, fourth is here. Third and fourth acts as one more capacitor. Fourth and fifth. Fourth and fifth acts as one more capacitor. Fourth is here, fifth is here. These two acts as one more capacitor. Fourth and fifth. In this way, different capacitors are connected like this. These two plates acts as one more capacitor. These two acts as one more capacitor. Like this, we can draw number of capacitors like this in parallel between P and Q. Now, here totally n plates are there. How many here? This n plates acts as how many number of capacitors connected between P and Q? Suppose if you take, if you take 5 plates, up to 5 plates means, you see, these two acts are one capacitor, these two one capacitor, these two one, these two one. That means up to 5 plates, when you consider, only it acts as 4 capacitors in parallel. If you take sixth plate also, it acts as the 5 capacitors in parallel. If as it is having n capacitors, then how many number of capacitors are there in parallel? N minus 1 capacitors. So n minus 1 capacitors are there in parallel. N minus 1 capacitors in parallel. Therefore, effective capacitance between P and Q, C effective between P and Q is equal to n minus 1 into C. C is the capacitance of any capacitor. So n minus 1 into epsilon naught A by D. Here, this is nothing but a multiple capacitor. Actually, multiple capacitor is used to produce very large amount of capacitances. Large capacitances produce చేయడానికి multiple capacitor యూజ్ చేస్తారండి. తర్వాత in transistors, transistor means radio. In radio, when you rotate the wheel, the program will be changed, no? మనకు కావాల్సిన ఛానల్ మారిపోతూ ఉంటుంది కదా. FM1 రేడియో, లేకపోతే రేడియో మిక్స్ ఏమిటి చేంజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి కదా రొటేట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు. అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇప్పుడు అన్ని కూడా రిమోట్స్ వచ్చినాయి అనుకోండి, యాక్చువల్గా నాబ్స్ ఉంటాయి, అంటే వీల్స్ రొటేట్ చేసినప్పుడు మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేంజ్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అయితే ఆ వీల్ లోపల ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే, అక్కడ కెపాసిటర్ ఉంటుంది, వేరియబుల్ కెపాసిటర్. వీల్ని రొటేట్ చేసినప్పుడు కెపాసిటెన్స్ వేరీ అవుతుంది. కెపాసిటెన్స్ వేరీ అయ్యి మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసినట్టుగా చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి such type of capacitor used in the tuning circuits, అంటే రొటేట్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ట్యూన్ చేస్తున్నాం మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి, దాన్ని ట్యూనింగ్ సర్క్యూట్ అంటాం. ఇన్ ద ట్యూనింగ్ సర్క్యూట్ వేరియబుల్ కెపాసిటర్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్. దాన్నే మనం గ్యాంగ్ కండెన్సర్ అని కూడా అంటాం. వేరియబుల్ కండెన్సర్, వేరియబుల్ కెపాసిటర్ ఆర్ గ్యాంగ్ కండెన్సర్. దట్ గ్యాంగ్ కండెన్సర్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ రేడియో సర్క్యూట్స్. ఓకే, నో డౌట్. దిస్ ఈజ్ మల్టిపుల్ కెపాసిటర్. Okay, shall I erase this one? Shall I erase this one?
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
Okay.
Completed, sir.
Okay. Okay, next. How many points are completed? 10 points are completed, no? Last point is 10th only,
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
next 11th one. Suppose this is one parallel plate capacitor. What is the capacitance of this capacitor? Suppose the distance between the two plates is D, area of each plate is A. Then what is the effect capacitance of this parallel plate capacitor?
Epsilon naught A by D.
Epsilon naught A by D. Suppose half of the area between the two plates, half of the area between the two plates is filled with one medium having dielectric constant K1. Remaining half of the area is filled with another medium having dielectric constant K2. Now, what is the effective capacitance? Suppose if entire space between the two plates is filled with a medium of dielectric constant K, then capacitance becomes Kc. K into epsilon naught A by D is the answer. But here, half of the area between the two plates is filled with one medium. Remaining half of the area is filled with another medium of dielectric constant K2. Then in this case, what is the effective capacitance? Actually, you see, these two plate, this plate can be imagined as the combination of this plate and this plate connected together. Okay, ఈ ప్లేట్ ని ఇక్కడ వరకు ఇమాజిన్ చేయండి, ఇక్కడ వరకు ఇమాజిన్ చేయండి. ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ యొక్క కాంబినేషన్ ఇమాజిన్ చేయొచ్చు కదా, దాన్ని సపరేట్ చేసి నోట్ చేద్దాం. Just I separated these plates like this. These two join together. That's ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ ఇక్కడ జాయిన్ చేశారు, వాటిని ఇక్కడ జాయిన్ చేస్తున్నా. కండక్టింగ్ ప్లేట్స్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ జాయిన్ చేసిన, ఇక్కడ జాయిన్ చేసిన ఒకటేగా. దిస్ ఇస్ P. Okay, similarly here it is Q. This is Q. Okay, in between these two plates here there is a dielectric medium of dielectric constant K1. Here there is a dielectric medium of dielectric constant K2. What is the area of this plate?
A by 2.
A by 2. Here this is also A by 2. Separation between the two plates does not change, you know, if you keep the dielectric medium like this. Now in between these 2 points P and Q, this acts as one capacitor, this acts as another capacitor, and these two are in parallel between P and Q, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the effective capacitance? CPQ
C1
is equal to C1 plus C2. This is say C1, this is say C2. What is C1?
K1 epsilon naught A by 2 by D.
K1, yes, K1 into epsilon naught area A by 2 by
2 by
distance between
D.
these two plates is D, plus K2 epsilon naught A by 2 by D. So here we can take epsilon naught A by 2 D common, then K1 plus K2. CPQ is equal to, or CPQ is equal to, we can write epsilon naught A by D into K1 plus K2 by 2. This is the effective capacitance between P and Q when half of the area between the two plates is filled with one medium and the remaining half of the area is filled with another medium. Then effective capacitance is equal to epsilon naught A by D into K1 plus K2 by 2. Actually, the entire space between the two plates is filled with one medium of dielectric constant K. Then capacitance becomes K into epsilon naught A by D. But here at the place of K, K1 plus K2 by 2 is there. That's why when half of the area between the two plates is filled with one medium, remaining half of the area is filled with another medium of dielectric constant K2, then effective dielectric constant of these two media here is equal to this one. So K effective in this case is equal to K1 plus K2 by 2, and effective capacitance is equal to this one. Okay. This is also important. Once asked in advanced and mains also. Okay. In next case, suppose between the two plates of the capacitor, of course, area of each plate is A, distance between the two plates is small d. Here, half of the distance between the two plates is filled with one medium. And remaining half of the distance between these two plates is filled with another medium, having dielectric constants K1 and here K2. In this case, what is the effective capacitance? Here, this distance is d by 2. This distance is d by 2. Of course, need not be d by 2. This may be d by 3. This may be 2d by 3. Whatever it may be. Then what is the effective capacitance now? What is the effective capacitance now?
E is equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2.
Yeah. Here, actually, when that two dielectric slabs are kept between the two plates, then effective capacitance already నిన్న మొన్న ఫార్ములా డెరైవ్ చేసాం మనం. ఐడియా ఉందా?
Sir.
Epsilon naught A by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3 plus T4 by K4 sigma T by K అనేది రాసినట్టున్నాం మనం. When entire space is filled with the different dielectric slabs, so that the effective capacitance of that capacitor is equal to epsilon naught A by sigma T by K అనేది రాసినట్టున్నాం మనం.
Epsilon naught
entire
into
space-
A by
A by
D
sigma
minus
T by
sigma T minus T by K sigma.
No. When entire space
Epsilon naught A by
when entire
Sir.
space is filled with dielectric slabs like this, in such case I am asking.
epsilon naught
Epsilon
A by
naught into
sigma
A
T by
by
K.
D minus
Yeah, that is
sigma
only
T minus sigma T by K, sir.
That is only I thought. See, epsilon naught A by sigma T by K. That is only I said.
Yes, sir. That only, sir. When
That
D
only
is
I
equal
said.
to T1 plus T2 plus and so on.
When entire space is filled with dielectric slabs. Suppose
Yes, sir.
if the part of the space is filled with dielectric slab, in such case, epsilon naught A by D minus T1
Sigma
of 1
T
minus
plus-
1 by K1 minus T2 of 1 minus 1 by K2, like that we have to write.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But here entire space is filled, no? That's why this is equal to, here we can use that formula and we can write directly. That is one method. Okay. C effective, C PQ or C effective is equal to epsilon naught A by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. And so of course only two media are there. Two slabs are there. Epsilon naught A by T1 means D by 2. D by 2 by K1 plus D by 2 by K2. Okay. Epsilon naught A by D by 2 you take common. D by 2 you take common. Then 1 by 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 you will get. So this is equal to 2 epsilon naught A by D into when you take LCM you will get K1 K2 by K2 plus K1 or K1 plus K2. You will get like this. So C effective between P and Q is equal to epsilon naught A by D into 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2 we can write. So when, of course, here half of the distance between the two plates is filled with one medium, remaining half with another medium. That's why instead of T1, T2, I have taken D by 2, D by 2. Suppose if 1/3 of the distance between them is filled with one medium and the remaining distance is filled with another medium, means T1 is equal to D by 3, T2 is equal to 2D by 3, we have to write. Okay. Now, here, actually, when the entire space is filled with a single dielectric medium of dielectric constant K, then capacitance becomes K times epsilon naught A by D. At the place of K, here this is there. So that this is the effective capacitance of these two dielectric slabs. So K effective in this case is equal to 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. This is the effective dielectric constant. Sometimes this may be asked, what is the effective dielectric constant? Okay, note down. Okay, shall I write this one? This part.
Last row ఒకసారి ఉంచండి సార్.
సార్ లాస్ట్ రో ఉంచండి.
Okay. Last column row nadi.
కాలం సార్.
Column.
Last row అంటే ఇది, కాలం అంటే ఇది. Here, this is d by 2. It was given once in advance. This is d by 2. Okay. Here, this is having dielectric constant K1. This is having dielectric constant K2. This is having dielectric constant K3. In this way, the space between the two plates is filled with the two dielectric slabs like this. What is the effective capacitance between them? Here, to find the effective capacitance between P and Q, P and Q must be connected to the cell. Then one plate acquires positive potential, another plate acquires negative potential. Okay. Then what is the effective capacitance here? Here we see, as it is positive plate and it is negative plate, then you imagine half part as the one capacitor, remaining half part as the another capacitor. And you redraw the diagram. When you redraw the diagram here, when you redraw the diagram here, you will get like this. Instead of joining the two plates here only, I separated and I joined by means of conducting wire like this at P. Okay, similarly here at Q. At Q, this is Q. Okay, now here, this is the dielectric slab having dielectric constant K2. This is another medium having dielectric constant K1. Dielectric constant K1. Okay, next here this part and this part both are same dielectric slab. That's why K3. Dielectric constant is K3. So this is K3 and this is K3. Okay, now you tell me what is the effective capacitance of this one? What is the effective capacitance of that?
P by 2.
Effective capacitance of this. And half of the area between the two plates is filled with one medium and the remaining half is filled with another medium, means this formula we had to use, no? This formula only, no? Okay, now you see between P and Q, between P and Q, here, okay, I will draw here. P is here, Q is here. Between P and Q, here one capacitor is there. Between P and Q, here one capacitor is there. Between P and Q, here one more capacitor is there. This effective capacitance C1, this effective capacitance C2. Now tell me what is C1 and what is C2. This is C1, this is C2. What is C1 formula? You can use that formula.
Epsilon naught A by 2.
epsilon naught.
K3 by
Epsilon
No, what
naught
is the
A
area?
A by 2 by
A
D
by
into
K1
Same
K3 by
formula.
K1 plus
K1
K3 into
plus K3.
epsilon naught into A by D.
No, no, no. 1 minute. Area of this plate is A by 2 only, no?
Yes, sir.
In previous case, this half of the distance between them is filled with one medium, remaining another medium. Area of plate is A only. That's why we got that relation. But here half of the area only. Area of this plate is A by 2 only. Okay, now this capacitance becomes same formula.
Epsilon naught A by D
A by 2 by D
D into
into
2 K1 K3 by
2 into
2
K1
K1
K3 by 2
K1 K3 by K1 plus
K1 plus
K3.
by
K3.
K1 plus K3. Next, what about this one?
Epsilon naught A by
Epsilon
2
naught
by
A by
D
2 by D into
into 2 K2 K3 by K2 plus
K2
K3.
2
K2
K2
K3 by
by
K2 plus
K2 plus K3.
these two cancel.
Cancel.
These two are in series. So these two are in parallel between P and Q. That's
P1
why
plus
effective
C2.
capacitance is equal to
P1 plus
C1 plus C2. That is equal to epsilon naught A by D into K1 K3 by K1 plus K3 plus epsilon naught
K2
A
K3.
by, because 2 to cancel, no, into
Yes, sir.
K2 K3 by K2 plus K3. This is the effective capacitance between P and Q. If
Epsilon
the
naught A by D common.
dielectric media are filled like this. Okay, no doubt. Once in advance, I think it was given. Suppose if you are not having idea about this formula, then independently you find the capacitance of this one, capacitance of this one. As they are parallel, you add them, you will get answer. If you are not having that formula directly. Okay. Shall I write this one?
Sir.
Okay. Right. Next, 13th, no? 13th number?
14, sir. 14.
Okay, 14. That problem is in our material problem, matrix matching. Related to this concept only, that's why I'm telling you here only. Matrix matching. Yeah. Matrix matching. I think exercise 1. 5 identical conducting plates. 5 identical conducting plates. The plates are given like this, you see. 5 identical conducting plates are kept at the same the distance between any two adjacent plates remains same. So these are the 5 conducting plates. Okay, now these are the, you give the numbering. Of course, in the diagram only numbering is given. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth plate. Okay, now second plate and fifth plate both are joined together. Second and fifth both are joined together here. These two are joined here. Okay, next first and third are joined together. First and third, these two are joined together like this. Then here this fourth plate and this first and third plates both are joined here. No, okay, it is given positive potential, it is given negative potential. That is given. Of course, you take this junction as P and this junction as Q. It is given like this. Now you see, I will read the problem. 5 identical conducting plates 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are fixed parallel and equidistant from each other as shown. Plate 2 and 5 are joined together, are connected by the conducting wire. Here these are connected by conducting wire like this. And while 1 and 3 are joined together, 1 and 3 are joined together by means of another conducting wire. The junction of 1 and 3, that means this one, it is given. The junction of 1 and 3 are joined by, okay, the junction of 1 and 3 and the plate 4 are connected to the source of constant EMF V0. Okay, here the junction of 1 and 3 means this one and the fourth plate. These two are connected across the cell and a potential difference of V0 is applied. So that this junction is having positive charge and this junction acquires positive potential and it is having negative potential. Like that they are connected. Now, what is the charge on the plate 1, 3, 4, 5, like that they asked. Okay, now you see, here as it is given negative potential here, this plate acquires negative charge on both sides. As this plate is connected to this point, which is connected to positive terminal of the cell, this acquires positive charge. Of course, this is also connected to same point, so positive and positive. Okay, now as negative charge is here, positive charge is induced on this plate and negative is induced here. Of course, negative, positive is there. As it is positive charge, negative charge is induced here and positive charge is induced here. Okay, this is positive, this is positive. Okay, leave them. Now you redraw the diagram between P and Q. In order to find the charges on different plates here, first we had to find the how these capacitors are connected between P and Q. We should know. That's why between P and Q. You redraw the diagram. Okay, so here P and Q is here. Next P1, 3 are joined together. That's why 1, 3 can be imagined here only. Q means only this is the fourth plate. Okay, now second and fifth both are joined together now. So you take second and fourth here. That is one more junction, because second and fifth both are joined here. Second and fifth. So you take second and fifth here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All junctions are noted. Now you note the capacitors here.
Sir.
Are these two acts as one capacitor?
First plate వల్ల second plate మీద నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ రాదా సార్?
ఏంటన్నా ఫస్ట్
ప్లేట్ వల్ల సెకండ్ ప్లేట్ మీద నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ రాదా సార్?
ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ వల్ల సెకండ్ దాని మీద నెగటివ్ చార్జా? ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ మనం తీసుకున్నాం, ఫస్ట్ ఇటు నుంచి తీసుకున్నాం, ఇటు లేకపోతే ఇటు నుంచి తీసుకుంటాం, ఏదో ఒక సైడ్ నుంచి ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అయినా ఈ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ డామినేట్ చేసి నెట్ ఛార్జ్ పాజిటివ్ అయిపోతుంది ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, సో ఈ నోట్ డౌన్.
సార్ కావాలంటే కింద నుంచి కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్?
ఏనా
కింద నుంచి కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చా సార్?
తీసుకోవచ్చా, అది కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు. అట్లా కూడా
అంటే తీసుకుంటే ఆన్సర్ తేడా వస్తున్నట్టుంది కదా సార్?
ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ప్లేట్ ఇది ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇది పాజిటివ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది.
అంటే కింద నుంచి కన్సిడర్
ఓకే
చేసినప్పుడు
ఇట్లా రైట్ రైట్ అంతే అంతే. ఓకే ఇక్కడ as negative charge is there, here it induces a positive charge and here negative charge is induced. That negative charge is attracted by the positive plate here. That's why that negative charge comes to this place. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని ఇది రిపెల్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి దట్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ గోస్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ప్లేట్, అంటే ఇది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని అక్వైర్ చేస్తుంది. అది ఓకే. నౌ యు సీ between are these two plates 1 and 2 acts as capacitor or not?
Yes, sir.
One capacitor 1 2. సో ఇక్కడ క్లియర్ గా నోట్ చేయాలండి. 1 2 acts as one capacitor. ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో ప్లేట్ 1 ఏది ప్లేట్ 2 అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. ప్లేట్ 1 is this one, ప్లేట్ 2 is this one. ప్లేట్ 1 పాజిటివ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఉంది, ప్లేట్ 2 నెగటివ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఉంది, నెగటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఉంది. ఓకే
ఫిఫ్త్ పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఆ ప్లేట్ కి బోత్ సైడ్స్ పాజిటివ్ వెళ్ళా సార్.
ఫిఫ్త్ ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్ గా ఇది నెగిటివ్ అయితే ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ కూడా ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. దట్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇస్ అట్రాక్టెడ్ బై దిస్ పాజిటివ్ ప్లేట్. ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ప్లేట్ ఉంది కదా, ఈ పాజిటివ్ ప్లేట్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ని ఇండ్యూస్ చేయాలి కదా, ఇమీడియట్ గా ఈ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది, దీనివల్ల ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ వచ్చినట్టు ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్, ఆ పాజిటివ్ ని ఇది రిపెల్ చేస్తుంది, ఇది రిపెల్ చేస్తుంది, ఆ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లోస్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ప్లేట్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. అది ఓకే. నౌ ఇప్పుడు నోట్ చేయండి, ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ థర్డ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, సెకండ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది, థర్డ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా, సో సెకండ్ థర్డ్ ఇది సెకండ్ ఇది థర్డ్. అయితే సెకండ్ నెగిటివ్ ప్లేట్ అంటే ఈ ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ తీసుకోవాలి మనం. సెకండ్ థర్డ్ పాజిటివ్ నెగిటివ్, థర్డ్ది పాజిటివ్, సెకండ్ది నెగిటివ్. ఓకే ఇది నోట్ చేసాం. నెక్స్ట్ థర్డ్ ఫోర్త్ అంటే థర్డ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, థర్డ్ ఈజ్ హియర్, ఫోర్త్ ఈజ్ హియర్, థర్డ్ ఫోర్త్ ఇది థర్డ్ ప్లేట్, ఇది ఫోర్త్ ప్లేట్. థర్డ్ ప్లేట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఆన్ ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్. ఇది అయిపోయింది, థర్డ్ ఫోర్త్ అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఫోర్త్ అండ్ ఫిఫ్త్ అంటే ఫోర్త్ ఈజ్ హియర్, ఫిఫ్త్ ఈజ్ హియర్. It is fourth plate, it is fifth plate. Fourth plate is having negative charge, fifth plate is having positive charge. That's all. In this way, we have to redraw the diagram. Okay, now here the potential difference applied across P and Q. That means between these 2 points, the potential difference applied is P is given positive charge. That's why positive term I have taken here. V naught potential difference is applied across them. Answer is given in terms of V naught only. Okay. Now
బాటమ్ లో కనపడట్లేదు సార్.
కనిపించలేదా? Okay. Right. I will redraw the diagram now. Okay, I will draw there. Okay.
సార్ ఈ నాట్ ఎక్కడ గీసారనే కనపడలేదు సార్, మిగతాదంతా కనపడుతుంది సార్.
Okay.
సార్ ఆ జంక్షన్ ని పైకి గీసేయండి సార్.
అయిపోయింది. Okay, this is a diagram. Now between P and Q, a cell is connected so that P is given positive potential. That's why positive terminal of the cell is connected like this and a negative terminal of the cell is connected like this. Potential difference applied across P and Q is V naught. This is given. Now to find the charges, we need the potential difference across different capacitors. Okay, suppose here potential difference across this capacitor is say V1, this is V2, this is V3, this is V4. Okay, what is the effective capacitance here?
Sir, V1, V2 same है sir.
V1, V2 same, yeah. Here V1 is equal to V2. V1 is equal to V2. Now the V3 is equal to V0 kada. These two plates are connected directly across the cell.
Yes sir, V0 sir.
So V0. Okay, మనం V1, V4 calculate చేయాలి. అయితే ఇక్కడ between P and Q, what is the effective capacitance at this place?
2C sir.
ఇక్కడ ఈ in between these 2 points, this capacitor and this capacitor both are parallel, so 2C, it is C. And here this is C. Okay, now suppose when you apply the potential difference V0 across this combination, then no doubt potential difference across this V3 is equal to V0 only. Here this is V1, V2, that is equal to how much? And it is V4, that is how much? We have to find V1, V2 and V4, that's all. Okay, across this series combination, same potential difference V0 is applied now. As
The
these two capacitors are in series, then Q is equal to CV. Charge stored in this and in this both are same because these are in series. ఇక్కడ సెల్ ని కనెక్ట్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, ఇట్లా ఇవి సిరీస్ లో ఉన్నాయి కదా, across the series combination potential difference is V0 only. Whenever these two are in series, the charge stored in this capacitor both are same. Charge stored in this capacitor and in this capacitor both are same. That's why Q is constant. Then V is inversely proportional to C, we can write now. That implies V2 or V1 is to V4 is equal to V1 is to V4. V1 is to V4 is equal to 1 by C1 means 1 by 2C. 1 by 2C is to 1 by C. Therefore, V1 is to V4 is equal to 1 is to 2. No. Therefore, V1 is equal to 1 by 3 into applied voltage V0. That means that is equal to V0 by 3. Similarly, V2 is equal to 2 V0 by 3. You will get no, not V2, sorry, V4. V4 is equal to 2 V0 by 3. No. Okay, now we got the potentials. You note down, I will erase this part. Yeah, page number in your material, page number 86, problem number 7. Page number 86, problem number 7. That is the problem. Page number 86, problem number 7. It is. ఈ పార్ట్ అరేంజ్ చేయొచ్చా?
Yes,
ఈ part.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ఇది కూడా అవసరం లేదండి మనకి, ఇది కూడా తీసేస్తాం డైరెక్ట్. మనకు ఓన్లీ ఇంకా ఈ చార్జెస్, ఈ ప్లేట్స్ మీద చార్జెస్ కావాలి మనకి. ఓకే, యు సీ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ వచ్చేసినాయి. నౌ ఇక్కడ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ V1 అనుకున్నాం కాబట్టి చార్జ్ Q1, హియర్ చార్జ్ Q2, హియర్ Q3, V3 అనుకున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ Q3 అనుకోండి, ఇక్కడేమో V4 అనుకున్నాం కాబట్టి Q4. ఓకే, నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ Q1? టెల్ మీ. Q1 is equal to C into V1. C అంటే epsilon naught A by D into what is V1? V0 by 3. It is the charge on this capacitor. Next, similarly, charge on the second capacitor Q2 is equal to this capacitance C into potential difference across this capacitor is also same as this one, you know. V1, V2 both are equal. V1, V2 both are equal. Okay, V1 is equal to V0 by 3. That's why this is also same, V0 by 3. That is equal to epsilon naught A by D into V0 by 3. That is over. Next, what about Q3? Q3 is equal to
V0.
C into potential difference across, that is V3. So C means epsilon naught A by D into V3 means V3 is equal to V0 only, no? Next, Q4. Q4 is equal to C into V4. That is equal to epsilon naught A by D into V4 means we got 2 V naught by 3. That is equal to 2 by 3 into epsilon naught A V naught by D. These are the charges. Here they asked, what is the charge on the plate 1? Charge on the plate 1 is Q1 on plate 1. On plate 1, charge Q, small q1 say, small q1 is equal to plate 1 ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఉన్నాయి చూడండి డయాగ్రామ్ లో ప్లేట్ 1. ప్లేట్ 1 అంటే ఓన్లీ 1 ఇక్కడ ఉంది, ఇంకా ఎక్కడ ప్లేట్ 1 లేవు కదా.
లేదు సార్ V2 దగ్గర మాత్రం.
ప్లేట్ 1 ఇక్కడ ఒకటే ఉంది కాబట్టి ప్లేట్ 1 మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ అంటే Q2 కదా, కాబట్టి ప్లేట్ 1 మీద ఛార్జ్ ప్లస్ Q2 నా మైనస్ Q2 నా? ప్లస్ కదా, ఇది ప్లేట్ 1 మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ పాజిటివ్ కదా,
ప్లస్ Q2 సార్.
ప్లస్ Q2. So plus Q2 means already we got here epsilon naught A by 1 by 3 into epsilon naught A by D into V naught. You see, one third. Okay, option P undi kada akkada P CV naught by 3 అని ఇచ్చాడు. ఇది C కదా, CV naught by 3, that is equal to plus CV naught by 3. Okay, next on plate 2. ప్లేట్ 2 కూడా ఇచ్చాడా, 2 ఇవ్వలేదండి, ప్లేట్ 2 ఇవ్వాల, ప్లేట్ 2 కూడా చేసేద్దాం ఎందుకు. ప్లేట్ 2 Q2 is equal to ప్లేట్ 2 ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఉన్నాయి చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, 2 టైమ్స్ ఉంది
V1 V2
అంటే మైనస్ ఛార్జ్ కాబట్టి మైనస్ ఆఫ్, ఇక్కడ ఈ ప్లేట్ 2 దగ్గర మైనస్ Q1 ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ ప్లేట్ 2 దగ్గర మైనస్ Q2 ఉంటుంది. అయితే మైనస్ కామన్ తీసాయి కాబట్టి మైనస్ ఆఫ్ Q1 ప్లస్ Q2. ఇంకెక్కడ ప్లేట్ 2 ఉందా? ప్లేట్ ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, అంతే కదా, ఇంకా ఇక్కడ లేవు కదా. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ ఆఫ్ Q1 ప్లస్ Q2. Q1 ప్లస్ Q2 అంటే ఇదేగా, అంటే 2 by 3 ఇంటూ ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D ఇంటూ V నాట్, రైట్ సార్, మైనస్ 2 by 3 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D ఇంటూ V నాట్. అయితే ప్లేట్ 2 వాటి ఇవ్వలేదు, ఈ ఆప్షన్ ఉండదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఆన్ ప్లేట్ 3, ఆన్ ప్లేట్ 3 Q3 అనుకోండి, స్మాల్ 3. Q3 ఎక్కడ ఉంది చూడండి, ప్లేట్ 3s ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడో ప్లేట్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడో ప్లేట్ కూడా ఉంది, రెండు ఉన్నాయి. అంటే Q పాజిటివే, Q1 ఇక్కడేమో Q3, కాబట్టి Q1 ప్లస్ Q3 అంతేనా. ప్లేట్ 3s అంటే ఇక్కడో ప్లేట్ 3 ఉంది, ఇక్కడో ప్లేట్ 3 ఉంది, కాబట్టి ఈ రెండింటి మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జెస్ ని యాడ్ చేయాలి, రెండు పాజిటివే కాబట్టి ప్లస్ Q1 ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ Q3, ప్లస్ Q1 ప్లస్ Q3 అంటే ప్లస్ Q1 ఎక్కడ, ప్లస్ Q1 ఇది కదా, ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D ఇంటూ V నాట్ by 3 ప్లస్ Q3 అంటే ఇది ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D ఇంటూ V నాట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎల్సిఎం తీస్తే 4
ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D
4 by 3 అంటే పాజిటివేగా, ప్లస్ 4 by 3 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D ఇంటూ V నాట్. ఆప్షన్ ఎస్ కదా, ఆప్షన్ ఎస్ మ్యాచ్ అవుతుంది కాలం 2లో. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది అరేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు కదండి. ఇంకొకటి ఉందండి,
1 second sir.
yes sir.
చూడండి, ఈ పార్ట్ ఒకటి అరేంజ్ చేయొచ్చా లేదా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, ఓకే, ఇంకా Q1 Q2 Q3 అయిపోయినాయి. ఆన్ ప్లేట్ 4 చార్జ్ Q4 అనుకుంటే 4 నెంబర్ ఉన్న ప్లేట్స్ ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, 4 నెంబర్ ఉన్న ప్లేట్ ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంది, ఓకేనా. కాబట్టి నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ కదా ఉంది, నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ కాబట్టి మైనస్ ఆఫ్ Q3 ప్లస్ Q4 అంతేనా,
yes sir.
మైనస్ Q3
minus 5/3
minus 5/3 sir. Total sir.
టోటల్ మైనస్ 5/3. ఓకే, మైనస్ 5/3 ఇంటూ ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A by D,
Epsilon naught A by D into V naught.
మైనస్ 5/3 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A V నాట్ బై D అంటే అది ఆర్ ఆప్షన్ లో ఉంచండి, ఆర్ ఆప్షన్ లో ఉంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఆన్ ప్లేట్ 5
Q4 sir.
Q5 is equal to ఫిఫ్త్ ప్లేట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది,
Q4
ఫిఫ్త్
Plus
ప్లేట్
Q4.
ఓన్లీ ఫిఫ్త్ ప్లేట్ ఓన్లీ 1 ప్లేట్ ఉంది, అది Q4 ప్లస్ Q4 ఏగా, సో దట్ ఈస్ ప్లస్ Q4. Q4 అంటే ఎక్కడ ఇది కదా, ప్లస్ 2/3 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ ఏ V నాట్ బై డి, ప్లస్ 2/3 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ ఏ V ప్లస్ 2/3 అంటే Q. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ది ఆప్షన్స్. సో ఇన్ దిస్ వే ఐ థింక్ యూ కెన్ డూ నౌ. ఇటువంటి ప్రాబ్లం లెవెల్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ 1 లెవెల్ 1 లో కూడా ఉందండి, లెవెల్ 1 లోనో లెవెల్ 2 లోనో ఉంది. సో ఆ ప్రాబ్లం మీరు చేయాలి. అక్కడ ఓన్లీ 4 ప్లేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ 5 ప్లేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అక్కడ 4 ప్లేట్సే ఉన్నాయి. నెక్స్ట్
సార్ ఒకసారి ఆ Q1, Q2, Q3 వాల్యూస్ కన్సిడరేషన్ ఒకసారి చెప్పండి సార్.
Q1 అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ అండి. ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్స్ ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, ఓన్లీ 1 ప్లేట్ ఈస్ హియర్, అంతేనా? ఈ కెపాసిటర్ లో ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఈ కెపాసిటర్ లో ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ Q2, ఆ ఛార్జే ఈ ప్లేట్ మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ అవుతుంది Q1. అయితే పాజిటివ్, ఈ ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇచ్చాం కాబట్టి దేర్ ఫర్ ప్లస్ Q1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ప్లస్ Q2. ఆ Q2 అంటే ఆల్రెడీ మనం ఇట్లా కనుక్కుంటాం సివిఏసి, ఆ Q2 ఛార్జ్ దీని మీద ఉంటుంది, దీని మీద ఉంటుంది, కాబట్టి దీని మీద ప్లస్, దీని మీద మైనస్. ఈ ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ ప్లస్ Q2, సో Q1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ ప్లస్ Q2. ఓకేనా? ఫస్ట్ ప్లేట్ అది అక్కడే ఉంది, ఇంకెక్కడ వేరే చోట లేవు, కాబట్టి ఈ ప్లేట్ మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ ని టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ గా ట్రీట్ చేయాలి. అదే ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ ప్లేట్ కన్సిడర్ చేసాం అనుకో, ఇక్కడ ఉంది నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే మైనస్ Q1, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే మైనస్ Q2. ఈ మైనస్ Q1 మైనస్ Q2 యాడ్ చేయండి, అప్పుడు మైనస్ ఆఫ్ Q1 ప్లస్ Q2, అది సెకండ్ ప్లేట్ మీద ఛార్జ్ అవుతుంది. అట్లా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే,
ఎస్ సార్.
రైట్. షల్ ఐ అరేంజ్ దిస్ పార్ట్ టోటల్లీ?
సార్ 1 minute.
ఏనా?
జస్ట్ ఏ minute.
ఓకే. థర్డ్ ఫోర్త్ సెక్షన్స్ లో స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇవాళ పెరిగారు. నిన్న ఐ అపీల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్, ఫ్రెండ్స్ని కంపల్సరీ ఇన్వైట్ చేయండి, క్లాస్కి ఇన్వైట్ చేయండి, రిక్వెస్ట్ చేయండి. వాళ్ళు లాస్ అవుతున్నారని చెప్తే వాళ్ళు కొంతమంది ఫోన్ కాల్స్ చేసినట్టున్నారు. ఇవాళ స్ట్రెంత్ 95 వచ్చేసింది దాంట్లో. మీ దాంట్లో యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్గా అట్లాగే ఉంది. అంటే మీ దాంట్లో కాంపిటీటర్స్ ఉంటారు కదా, వేరే వాళ్ళు రాకుండా ఉంటే మంచిది అన్నట్టుగా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నట్టున్నారు మీరు. సిన్సియర్గా రిక్వెస్ట్ చేయండి, అందరికీ చెప్పండి ఇంపార్టెన్స్. ఇవన్నీ చూడండి, సింపుల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్సే, మనం వినకపోతే మనకు తెలియదు ఇట్లా చేయాలని. అది జస్ట్ లాజిక్, సింపుల్ లాజిక్స్. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో చెప్పే కాన్సెప్ట్ కూడా సింపుల్ లాజిక్ అండి. అవన్నీ కూడా మిస్ అవుతారు వాళ్ళు. మీకు నిన్నే చెప్పాను నేను, ఇవాళ చెప్పే కాన్సెప్ట్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, రేపు చెప్పే ఇంకా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సింపుల్ బట్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అవి వింటేనే తెలిస్తే మనకి. ఈవెన్ సొల్యూషన్స్ పెట్టినా కూడా యూ కెనాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఓకే, షల్ ఐ రైస్?
ఎస్ సార్.
Distribution of charge on identical parallel plates. Identical parallel plates. Distribution of charge on identical parallel plates. Of course, conducting plates. Suppose there are two plates are given, two conducting plates. This is one conducting plate. It is another conducting plate. These are the two conducting plates. Okay, actually these two plates are given charges Q1 and this plate is given charge Q2. Of course, that may be 0 or any value, minus or positive, plus, whatever it may be. Q1, Q2 charges are given to the two plates here. Okay, it is the first surface, second surface, third surface, fourth surface. You imagine. Okay, first, second, third, fourth surface అనుకున్నాం. అంటే ఇది లెఫ్ట్ ప్లేట్, ఇది రైట్ ప్లేట్. లెఫ్ట్ ప్లేట్ కి లెఫ్ట్ మోస్ట్ ప్లేట్ కి లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ సర్ఫేస్ అంటే ఇది, రైట్ మోస్ట్ ప్లేట్ కి రైట్ సైడ్ సర్ఫేస్ అంటే ఇది. ఓకే, సో whenever these two plates are given charges Q1 and Q2 and kept nearer to each other like this at certain separation, say D separation లో రెండు ప్లేట్స్ ని తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ ఉంచాం. అప్పుడు the influence of the charge on this plate acts on this one, the influence of charge on this plate acts on this one, because due to the charge on this plate some electric field is formed here. In that electric field this plate is there. Because of charge Q2 on this plate, electric field is formed in front of it. In that electric field formed by this plate, here this plate is there. So that means there is a electric field due to these two plates are superposed each other. In that combined electric field, these two plates are there. Due to that, the exchange of charge, not exchange, redistribution of charge takes place on the surfaces. Actually, suppose if this plate is not there, only this Q1 charge is given to this plate, then the charge given to this plate distributes equally on both surfaces, Q1 by 2, Q1 by 2. But when here also, if it is isolated plate, the charge given to this plate distributed equally on both surfaces, Q by 2, Q2 by 2, Q2 by 2, like that. But whenever these two plates are kept nearer to each other, the influence of charge on one plate acts on the other. Due to that, on the surfaces, charges are not as discussed just now. Suppose the charge on this plate becomes, say, Q1, on the surface is Q1, on the surface is Q2, here it is a Q3, here it is a Q4. Okay, definitely on this plate, the total charge definitely must be equal to Q2, no? Because there is no electrical contact between these two plates. There is no electrical contact between these two plates. That's why whatever the total charge Q2 here, that charge resides on two surfaces here. That's why here also Q1 plus Q2, this charge only distributes over the surfaces. That's why Q1 plus Q2 must be equal to capital Q1. That is one equation we can write. This is equation 1. Similarly, on this plate, Q3 plus Q4 is equal to Q2. This equation we can write. These are the relations between Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Next, here we see, you consider our aim is we have to find Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. That is our aim in terms of capital Q1, capital Q2. Suppose this is the point lies inside the conducting plate A. This is the point lies inside the conducting plate B. Okay, what is the intensity of electric field inside the conducting plate at A? Tell me. Inside the conducting plate, what is the intensity of electric field? At any point inside the conducting body, that may be conducting plate or conducting sphere, whatever it may be, the intensity of electric field becomes 0, because the charge given to the body resides only on the outer surface, not inside it. That's why the intensity of electric field at any point inside the conducting body, whether it is plate or sphere, whatever it may be, cube, whatever it may be, the intensity of electric field becomes 0. That's why the intensity of electric field at A and B must be 0. EA is equal to EB is equal to 0. Since at any point inside conducting plate, okay, now you with these charges, you find the intensity of the intensity of the electric field at this point. Here you see, if total charge is Q1, in which Q1 charge lies here, then Q2 is equal to what? Q2 is equal to, we can write Q1 minus Q1, no? ఈ total charge Q1 లో small q1 charge ఇక్కడ ఉంది. సో రిమైనింగ్ ఛార్జ్ దీని మీద ఉండాలి, ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద. అంతేగా ఇక్కడ దీని నుంచి చూడండి, Q2 is equal to Q1 minus small q1, no? Similarly, Q3 charge ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Then what about Q4? Q2 లో Q3 ఛార్జ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది. దెన్ రిమైనింగ్ ఈస్ చూడండి Q4 is equal to Q2 minus Q3 రాయొచ్చు కదా. Q2 minus Q3 right. Intensity of electric field at this point. Tell me. సర్ఫేస్ ఛార్జ్ ఇక్కడ Q1 ఛార్జ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి సర్ఫేస్ ఛార్జ్ డెన్సిటీ సిగ్మా Q బై ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది ప్లేట్ రాయొచ్చు కదా. Q బై ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది ప్లేట్. అయితే ఈ సర్ఫేస్ మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఇక్కడ ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటే సిగ్మా బై 2 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ కదా. సిగ్మా బై 2 ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్. ఈ ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఇక్కడ ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ ఉంటుందండి? ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఏ దగ్గర ఎట్ ఏ Q1 ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ కాబట్టి అవే ఫ్రమ్ ది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే ఇటువైపు ఉంటుంది కదా E1. అట్లాగే ఈ ఛార్జ్ వల్ల Q2 ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఇంటెన్సిటీ అవే ఫ్రమ్ ది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే ఇటువైపు ఉంటుంది కదా E2 కానీ E3 కానీ E4 కానీ అన్ని ఇటువైపు ఉంటాయి కదా. E3 E4 E2 E5 E4 all lies in this direction. E1 lies in this direction. ఈ పాజిటివ్ x డైరెక్షన్ ఉన్న ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ పాజిటివ్ గా తీసుకోండి, నెగిటివ్ x డైరెక్షన్ ఉన్న వాటిని నెగిటివ్ గా తీసుకుని యాడ్ చేయండి. E1 you tell me first. E1 means charge Q1 by area, అది sigma by 2 epsilon naught. అది intensity of electric field at this point due to this charge on the plate. ఇది పాజిటివ్. Q2 ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఇక్కడ ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఇటువైపు ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి మైనస్ Q2 by A by 2 epsilon naught minus Q3 by A by 2 epsilon naught minus Q4 by A by 2 epsilon naught is equal to 0. In all terms we can cancel 2 epsilon naught A cancel. Then remaining is Q1 minus Q2 minus Q3 minus Q4 is equal to 0. Q1 minus what about Q2? Q2 means Q1 minus small q1 minus Q3 minus Q4 means Q4 is equal to minus of Q2 minus Q3 is equal to 0. Now you see here Q1 minus Q1 plus Q1, that means 2 small q1 minus Q1 minus, you see, minus Q3 minus or minus plus Q3, these two cancel, then plus Q2 is there, plus Q2. No, minus Q2. Minus Q2, no? So minus Q2 is equal to 0. Therefore, Q1 is equal to Q1 plus Q2 by 2, no? Q1 is equal to Q1 plus Q2 by 2. So charge on the first surface is equal to half of the total charge present on the two plates. When you know Q1, then we can have Q2, because Q2 is equal to Q1 minus small q1, no? That is equal to Q1 minus small q1 means Q1 plus
Q1 minus Q
by 2. That is equal to
Q1 minus Q2 by 2.
By 2. That is Q2. Sorry, Q2. Next, what about Q3? To find small q3 and small q4, here we had to find the intensity of electric field at B. At B, here we applied the intensity of electric field at A is equal to 0. Then we got this one. Next, at B, EB is equal to 0. Now, at this point, what is the intensity of electric field? Due to positive charge here, intensity due to Q1, intensity of electric field at this point is away from the charge, means in this direction. Due to Q2 also in this direction, Q3 also in this direction. But due to Q4, as the point is on left side of this surface, the intensity is in this direction. That's why Q1 by 2 epsilon naught A plus Q2 by 2 epsilon naught A plus Q3 by 2 epsilon naught A minus Q4 by 2 epsilon naught A is equal to 0, or Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 minus Q4 is equal to 0. That is the condition we will get. Now, from this, here we see Q1 already we know, Q2 is also known. Q3, Q4 relation, you see Q4 is equal to Q2 minus Q3, we can write now. Q4 is equal to, you write here, Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 minus Q4 means Q2 minus capital Q2 minus Q3 is equal to 0. Then 2Q3 is equal to Q2 minus of Q1 plus Q2, we can write now. Okay. Therefore, this is equal to Q2 minus, what about Q1 plus Q2? Q1 plus Q2 means the total charge on this plate, that is equal to Q1. or you see you add these two, you will get q1 only. Q1 plus q2 means q2 by 2, q2 by 2 cancel. Q1 by 2 plus q1 by 2 means q1. That's why q1 plus q2 is equal to q1 only. Therefore q3 is equal to q2 minus q1 by 2. That is equal to minus q2 we can write now. You see q2 is equal to q1 minus q2 by 2. When you take minus, when you take minus common, minus of q1 minus q2 by 2. Minus of q1 minus q2 by 2 means q2. That's why minus q2 I have written. That means in magnitude, q3 and q2 both are equal in magnitude. Next, what about q4? Q4 is equal to q2 minus
Q1
q3.
plus Q2 by.
Then you will get q1 plus q2 by 2. Okay, very good. This is the charge on the last surface, q4. If you observe the equations here, q1 is equal to q4 is equal to q1 plus q2 by 2. Okay, and q2 is equal to, we can write minus q3. Q2 means we have q1 minus q2 by 2. Okay, then q3 is equal to minus q3 is equal to q2 minus q1 by 2. That is the question, value we got. So these are the values. When you observe these equations, q1 q4 are equal. That means on the outer surface of the combination of the plates, that means here and here, on extreme outer surfaces of the combination of the plates, the charges are equal, which is equal to the average of the total charge present. అంటే ఈ అన్ని ప్లేట్స్ మీద ఉన్న చార్జెస్ మొత్తంలో సగం, half of the total charge present on all the plates lies on left extreme face and right extreme face. ఓకేనా? తర్వాత ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద ఎంత ఛార్జ్ ఉంటుందో దానికి అగెనిస్ట్ గా ఉన్న ఈ సర్ఫేస్ మీద కూడా సేమ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది, కాకపోతే అన్లైక్ ఛార్జ్ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. ఒకవేళ q2 కనుక ప్లస్ q అయితే ఇక్కడ మైనస్ q ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది, q2 కనుక మైనస్ q అయితే ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ q ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఇన్ మాగ్నిట్యూడ్ బోత్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్. Now what is the potential difference between these two plates? Now when charges are given like this and charges are distributed like this, what is the potential difference between the two plates? Suppose the potential difference between the two plates is say V, then PD comma V is equal to, general ga Q is equal to CV kada, V is equal to Q by C రాయొచ్చు కదా. Q అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏం రాయాలంటే ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద ఉన్న పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ రాయాలి. ఇక్కడ ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే Q2, ఇది Q3 నెగిటివ్ కదా, కాబట్టి Q2 బై కెపాసిటెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది కెపాసిటర్ C. C అంటే ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A బై D, ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ A బై డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ ప్లేట్స్ D అనుకుంటే D రాస్తాం. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు, అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇక్కడ వాల్యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి, తర్వాత యూ విల్ గెట్ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ ప్లేట్స్ లైక్ దిస్. ఇది ఇప్పుడు ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ని బేస్ చేసుకుని సింపుల్ ఇట్లా డెరివేషన్ చేయక్కర్లేదండి. ఇట్లా డెరివేషన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎక్కడో కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యి మైనస్, ఇక్కడ మైనస్ వేయాల్సి వస్తున్న చోట ప్లస్ వేసేసి ఆన్సర్ రాదు. ఇంకా అట్లా వద్దు. సింపుల్ గా మనం చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్లేట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ హియర్, you add total charge on all plates and make them half. That is the charge present here and present here. మరి ఈ ఛార్జ్ లో ఇంత ఛార్జ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిందంటే రిమైనింగ్ ఛార్జ్ ఎంత అంటే q1 మైనస్ స్మాల్ q1 కదా. ఇక్కడ ఈ ఛార్జ్ వస్తుంది, ఈ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చిందంటే ఇంకా ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ అంటే సేమ్ ఛార్జ్ బట్ అన్లైక్ ఛార్జ్. ఇక్కడ q2 అయితే ఇక్కడ మైనస్ q2 తీసుకోవాలి. దట్స్ ఆల్. అట్లా నోట్ చేయాలి మనం. ఓకే
సార్, ఇప్పుడు Q1 Q2 Q3 అండ్ సో ఆన్ ఉన్నాయి సార్. బై టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వేయాలా సార్, బై 2 వేయాలా సార్?
బై 2నే,
బై 2
టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ బై 2, దట్స్ ఆల్. టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ బై 2నే వస్తుంది మనకి. ఫార్ములాలో 2నే ఉంది, ఇక్కడ 2నే వస్తుంది, బై 2నే వస్తుంది మనకి. 3 ప్లేట్స్ ఉంటే 3 అట్లా రాదు, బై 2నే. అంటే టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ లో హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఛార్జ్ లైస్ హియర్ అండ్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఛార్జ్ లైస్ హియర్. ఓకే, ఇన్ ద టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ ఆన్ ఆల్ ప్లేట్స్, half of the charge lies on left extreme surface and half of the charge lies on right extreme surface. Okay, దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని మిగిలిన సర్ఫేసెస్ మీద చార్జెస్ ఎంత అనేది నోట్ చేయాలి. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఇది అరేంజ్ చేసేయచ్చా?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇది అరేంజ్ చేస్తారు. ఫస్ట్ ఇది నోట్ చేద్దాం. ఒక example 1. Three identical plates are there. Q1, Q2, Q3 charges are given to these plates and kept nearer to each other. Okay. Suppose if it is isolated plate, and ఈ plates సంబంధం లేదు, దీనికి ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ దీని మీద లేదు. If it is isolated plate, if Q1 charge is given, then what is the charge on this left face? What is the charge on left face?
Q1.
If it is isolated from this, దీనికి వీటికి దీనికి సంబంధం లేదు.
Q1.
ఇక్కడ ఎంత?
Q1 by 2, sir.
Q1 by 2, Q1 by 2. Okay, but it is kept nearer to the another charged plates. That's why influence of these plates are there on this. Hence, charges on this surface are Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6. No doubt, Q3 is equal to minus Q2. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
ఇక్కడ Q2 అయితే ఇక్కడ Q3 is equal to దీని మీద ఉన్న ఛార్జ్ ఉంటుంది, కాకపోతే మైనస్ ఉంటుంది. అట్లాగే ఇక్కడ Q5 is equal to చెప్పండి.
Q5 is equals to minus Q4.
Minus Q4.
Minus Q4.
Minus
Okay, that is
Q4.
confirmed. Now,
Q1 is equals to Q6.
outer surfaces మీద లెఫ్ట్ మోస్ట్ ప్లేట్ కి లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఉన్న సర్ఫేస్, రైట్ మోస్ట్ ప్లేట్ కి రైట్ సైడ్ ఉన్న సర్ఫేస్ అంటే Q1, Q6 ఆల్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ద హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ది టోటల్ చార్జ్ ఆన్ ఆల్ ప్లేట్స్. అంటే ఏం రాయాలి?
Q1
Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 by 2.
Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 by 2.
ఒకవేళ ఇక్కడ ఛార్జ్ లేదనుకోండి, అప్పుడు Q1 plus Q2 by 2 నే రాస్తాం. ఇక్కడ ఛార్జ్ అసలు లేదు అనుకుంటే, వాడు ఏమి ఇవ్వకపోతే. ఓకేనా? ఇది Q1, Q6 వచ్చేసినాయండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు Q2 చెప్పండి, దీన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని. ఈ టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ లో ఇంత ఛార్జ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసింది.
Q1 minus Q2
అప్పుడు మిగిలిన
Q3
ఛార్జ్
by
ఇక్కడ
2.
ఉండాలి. అంటే అప్పుడు Q1 minus
Q2 Q3
minus
capital
Q2
Q1 minus small q1. ఓకే, అట్లాగే Q4 చెప్పండి. Q2 వచ్చినట్లయితే
Q2 minus Q3.
ఇప్పుడు Q4 is equal to capital Q2 minus Q3. అట్లాగే మనకి ఇంకేం కావాలి? Q4 వస్తే Q5 వచ్చినట్టే. Q5 వచ్చినట్టు Q6 ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ నోట్ చేసాం కదా, ఇంకా అన్ని వచ్చేసినట్లేగా. దీంట్లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే వాల్యూస్ యూ విల్ గెట్ టోటల్ చార్జెస్ ప్రెజెంట్ ఆన్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ సర్ఫేస్. ఓకేనా? సపోజ్ ఈ రెండింటి మధ్య డిస్టెన్స్ D అని ఇచ్చాడు. ఇక్కడ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఎంత? ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ మధ్య పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ V అనుకోండి. అప్పుడు V ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎంత అన్నప్పుడు పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ టూ ప్లేట్స్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు చార్జ్ ప్రెజెంట్, పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ప్రెజెంట్ ఆన్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ ఇన్నర్ సర్ఫేసెస్ మీద ఉన్న ఏదో ఒక పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ తీసుకో. ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ వస్తుంది అనుకో Q2, అప్పుడు Q2 by C.
Q2 by epsilon naught A.
C అంటే epsilon naught A by area of each plate A, distance D కాబట్టి therefore Q2 by epsilon naught A by D. ఓకేనా? ఇట్లా చేయాలి.
సార్ స్మాల్ Q3 వాల్యూ రాలేదు కదా సార్.
స్మాల్ Q3 ఇక్కడే వచ్చింది కదమ్మా. Q3 is equal to minus Q2. Q2 ఆల్రెడీ మీకు చెప్పాక ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే సార్.
Q3 అంటే మైనస్ Q2 అంతే. అంటే దీని వాల్యూవే మైనస్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? సో దీస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దీస్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ టుడే యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఓకే, రేపు చెప్పే అన్ని కూడా డిఫరెంట్ మోడల్స్ ఉంటాయండి. అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ అలా అయిపోయినాయి, ఇంకా కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఏం లేవు. డిఫరెంట్ మోడల్స్ చేస్తా ఉంటే మన మెటీరియల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. అది రేపు కూడా డిఫరెంట్ మోడల్స్ వస్తాయి. ఆస్క్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ టు కమ్ టు ద క్లాస్ వితౌట్ ఫెయిల్. ఓకే, బై నాన్న, హ్యావ్ ఎ నైస్ డే. షల్ ఐ సైన్ అవుట్?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Bye,
Okay,
sir.
note down.
Bye, sir. Yes, sir.
సార్ ఎన్ని ప్లేట్స్ ఉన్నా కానీ Q2 నే వచ్చిద్దా సార్ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్?
విన్నానా?
3 ప్లేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్ Q3 దాకా.
ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ మధ్య పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అన్నా నేను.
ఓకే సార్.
ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ మధ్య పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ మార్క్స్ ఇక్కడ. సరే, ఇది V1 అనుకోండి. ఓకే, సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ ఈ రెండు ప్లేట్స్ మధ్య పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ V2. ఇక్కడ డిస్టెన్స్ D ఏదో తీసుకోండి, D2 ఏదో ఒకటి. అప్పుడు V2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏం రాయొచ్చు? Q4. ఇక్కడ ఈ రెండిట్లో పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఏది ఉంటే అది తీసుకోవాలి. Q4 పాజిటివ్ వస్తే Q4 తీసుకోవాలి, Q5 పాజిటివ్ వస్తే Q5 తీసుకోవాలి. సో Q4 by C అంటే epsilon naught A by D. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
రైట్, హ్యావ్ ఎ నైస్ డే. ఐఎమ్ సైనింగ్ అవుట్. షల్ ఐ సైన్ అవుట్?
1 minute.
ఓకే. All parties over.
Completed, sir.